What's up, guys? It's Ryantium here, and today we are back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and no snap. Is it going to be an awesome freaking day? So guys, welcome back, and happy Saturday. Thanks for coming on back. So today we're going to be taking a look at a home that was uploaded to Bethesda.net not 2 days ago, but is actually part of a fully encompassing mod that's been around for Skyrim for a little while, and that is, what is it, the People of Skyrim. But the mod we're taking a look at today is ZENIKA Ruins. Now, ZENIKA Ruins, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, ZENIKA Ruins is located right down here by Falkreath. So we're actually right here. You can't actually see it on the map, which is an interesting thing, but you will see where you're supposed to go to get to the home in the first place. But we're over here by Ilinada's Deep, the Lady Stone, and Half Moon Mill, with Falkreath being your closest hold to teleport to, or fast travel to. Not to mention Whiterun is out here somewhere. I think it's like, yeah, it's right there. Perfect. So ZENIKA Ruins, it begs to answer the question, what if a house could be so tall that it's practically touching the sky? An answer that we have in today's society, but back then, holy Jesus! Who the hell wants to build a damn tower that freaking big? So this is indeed ZENIKA Ruins, and it is quite large. It was quite intimidating whenever it rendered in, but how exactly do we actually get into the home itself? Because yes, that is kind of a home. Well, it's interesting. The tower that I'm standing on right now, inside of Lake Ilinada, is actually the entrance to the home. But you have to go underwater first. So right down here, you'll find one of these little Dwemer kind of contraptions, and if you go ahead and click that, it'll say Open Skyrim. Now, you're not necessarily opening Skyrim, you are opening a kind of link between you and a platform on the house. So we're right here. So now we are beneath the majesty and the magnitude of this gigantic tower. Now, I will say it's kind of disappointing that the whole tower does not have, like, rooms inside of it. It's just simply a stone tower, but what's at the top is what's pretty neat about it. But in typical Ryantium Home Showcase fashion, let's actually break this down, shall we? So this home is kind of like a, I don't even know if you could really consider it a home. There are home aspects inside of it, but I would be wary to call it a home. But this home is perfect for someone who wants just this massive freaking commanding view of Skyrim and, you know, wants to maybe roleplay as a Dwemer or, you know, roleplay as kind of a recluse who likes to stick to himself, or maybe a wizard in the high tower, who knows, something like that. Something kind of cool like that. But we've got a chest out here next to our smelter. Kind of bland, pretty boring out here, but there's really nothing to see out here besides the smelter. I'm glad the smelter's on the outside, which is always great to see. Couple buckets over here, because you know everybody needs a bucket in Skyrim. Not exactly sure what this is. I assume this was supposed to be a tree, maybe like a mini terrarium, but doesn't look that way. But let's go ahead and continue up here. There's not a whole lot to see on the outside, but I will say the mod author's done a great job of kind of carving the pathway out of this mountain. Really, really kind of neat that it kind of forms to the mountain's shape, and really, really cool that way. But first off, we have a great view of the surrounding area and all the trees and the mountains and the fog rolling off of those mountains. You can see the entrance where we just came from, which is pretty cool to see. Got some big, what are these big bucket type things? I'm not exactly sure what the technical term for those are, but we've got our woodcutter's axe, which does not do 55,000 damage. That's because I'm in God mode. And we have our wood chopping block. Great to see. Too many homes nowadays skip out on the wood chopping block, so it's pretty good. But then we've got ourselves a nice big pickaxe right there, our tanning rack, and a little bit of a chest to maybe store some smithing materials. We'll get to that door here momentarily. But if we go and come around here, we've got ourselves kind of like a nice little picnic table. Although there's one chair, but it's a decent way away from the table. So, I mean, I guess if you just kind of want to sit back and admire your view, then you can do that. But if you think this view is good, wait until you see the crazy one at the top of the tower. Oops, I just spoiled it. Oops. But let's see. If we go and come down here, this is actually where you find the front entrance to the home. Now, I hope no one is afraid of heights, because that's a hell of a fall. Not to mention, you'd probably end up dying if you went down that way. But the key is actually located within this little chest right there. It was locked behind an apprentice lock. All you have to do is lockpick it, and inside is the key to ZENIKA Ruins. Now, that opens up ZENIKA Ruins. But before we go inside, let's go ahead and check out the view at the top of the tower. So that door that we passed by coming out to see the entrance to the actual home, that was the door you use to get to the top of the tower. And I gotta say, if there's anything in this home that would sell me, it's this. Especially the fact that you can see so freaking far. I mean, damn! We are so tall. We are so tall and so high up, and you can indeed see kind of like a 360-degree view, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. I mean, you can see. Can you see all the way out to Whiterun? I think you can. Yep, it's right there. Look at that. That is kind of crazy. You can see across the forests, across the mountains, and everything like that. Kind of wish the draw distance was better in Skyrim so that more trees would render in so it doesn't look like we're just looking at a barren wasteland. But, you know, I guess that's Skyrim for you. But now that you've seen one of the coolest parts of the home itself, let's go and check out the home and go through it step by step. Now, I will go ahead and preface this by saying this mod, along with a few of the other ones from the over-encompassing People of Skyrim mod, a lot of these homes, they're not necessarily the modded homes that we've come to love and recognize. They're more so vanilla with sprinkles. The mod author has taken a lot of the assets from Skyrim and repurposed them and kind of piled them on top of one another to make it into a vanilla with sprinkles home, which I'm all for. It's not for everybody, but I'm definitely for this one. So, got a couple. We've got ourselves a shield rack, 2 shield racks in fact, that do indeed work. So if you've wanted to display your shields, you absolutely can do that. Oh, there's actually 4. 2 more right there. So as we come in here, this is kind of the grand foyer, kind of the main area where you're at. We've got ourselves some nice little accent pieces with the big sconces or the big torch-like things. Got ourselves that big tree right there, which is pretty cool. And for some reason, this mannequin is just kind of chilling there, looking at the tree. He's got his foot stuck in the roots, so he is now part of the tree. We've got ourselves a mannequin, got some weapon racks and all that good stuff. Another mannequin right there. And then over here, looks like we got some more weapon racks, maybe some heavy weapon plaques, some dagger racks that do indeed work, which is always great to see. I'm always so skeptical about whether or not they're actually going to work or not, but kind of cool overall. I will say one thing that the mod author really nailed with this mod, as I did my initial walkthrough, was lighting. Lighting is something that I'm such a stickler for, and I think they did a really good job. It's not too dark, and it's not too light, and this is with regular brightness. This has not been adjusted, which is really, really cool. Now, I will say one of my biggest pet peeves and the worst thing about some of these Dwemer homes is this shit, the mechanical stuff. I know it's for immersion, I know it's for all of that stuff, but the sound it makes, oh my god. I mean, it sounds like you literally have a full staff of robots working 24/7 and they're just ejecting steam and hitting metal and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, I understand why it's there. It just gets annoying sometimes. Goodness gracious. Got a big kind of bookshelf right here with some non-static clutter that you can indeed kind of knock off. If I could, you can just pull it off. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right, you stupid bull. I'll kick you. But then we've also got ourselves some more weapon racks and some mannequins, some mannequins, and some more weapon and shield racks over there, which is great to see. Then we can move once again through another one of these big Dwemer doors, and here we have another kind of area where we can do a lot of crafting, a lot of displaying, all sorts of that stuff. I look at this house more so as a museum, if I'm going to be honest, because there's a lot of display cases in here, not to mention the way things are laid out kind of gives it that museum feel. So it's kind of cool. Not to mention, this home, honestly, I don't know if I'd use it as a home. I would just use it as a really cool building for Skyrim. It's not too big of a mod, so it's not like it's going to take up a whole lot of space in your load order. It's not really going to clash with really anything unless you have a home that specifically is right here. But we've got ourselves our arcane enchanter, a couple chests to store a few things, and we've got some potions inside of there. We have our alchemy station. We have a random little 6-legged chair, which is kind of neat to see. We have our forge, tons and tons and tons of loose ingots, which is kind of crazy that you can actually grab all of that stuff. Pretty cool to see. And on the opposite side, absolutely nothing. Kind of disappointing. I would have liked to seen maybe ores or something like that. But once again, we've got the gigantic kind of drill in the wall, which is crazy sounding. And we've got ourselves our blacksmith forge, like I said, grindstone, workbench, and I believe the tanning rack was outside. Unfortunate that the tanning rack is separated from the rest of the crafting area. I think that might be kind of an oversight on the mod author's part, but then again, who am I to judge? I'm only looking at it. But as we move through, once again, we come into the last area of the home, and this is, of course, the bedroom/kitchen. An interesting combination, I'll give you that. Not to mention an interesting choice of position for these gigantic drill-like things in the wall, because it's right next to your bed. So when you fall asleep on this large stone slab, you'll be falling asleep to the lovely sounds of clanking metal. Wonderful! But we've got ourselves kind of the hearthfire oven over here. We have a chest, a couple books right there, some loose food, a nice bench, And then some more loose food over here. An empty chest for maybe some foodstuffs. Got ourselves the cooking spit. Some rabbit right there, which is really cool. If that respawns, that would be really, really cool. And then that seems to be it. We've got a couple things over here that's loose. We've got some, weak aversion spells, or potent magical poisons, rather. We got some flawless amethysts. Lots and lots of coins right there, which is always great to see. But overall, like I said, vanilla with sprinkles. Like I said, the mod author really took the vanilla assets of Skyrim, the Dwemer assets, everything like that, and combined it just into, a nice big structure that was never here in Skyrim to begin with. And I think the mod author really nailed a lot of things. I think there could be more unique things in here to really make it stand apart in the world of Skyrim. This just feels kind of like your run-of-the-mill Dwemer ruin, which I believe it's supposed to, and that's why I keep saying it's vanilla with sprinkles. But with that being said, you guys, let me know, would you use this home down there in the mod section? Good one. Would you use this home down there in the comment section? Let me know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you change about it? Anything like that? Go and let's have a discussion down there in the comment section, and let's see what people are thinking. But oh my god, you can't get over this damn view. If anything, get it for the view. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's mod showcase, and I will see you in the next video.